Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Rachel Reeves' budget was a disaster from start to finish, and shows why Labor will fail. Opinion: the emergency budget was a disaster from start to finish. Despite coming in on a promise of stability and growth, yesterday proved this Labor government has failed on both counts. Growth cut in half, inflation rising again, unemployment up every year. All the while taxes remained at record highs for no growth in living standards. Labor has promised stability, but brought chaos. The emergency budget was her opportunity to start to get the economy going in the right direction, an especially important task after they snatched the winter fuel payment from 10 million pensioners. But as predicted, Reeves tried to point the finger at everyone other than herself. It's what she's always done, even though she's taken the fastest-growing economy in the G7 to a standstill. Read more. I was in the room for Rachel Reeves' budget. One thing was desperate analysis. Yesterday's emergency budget was a disaster from start to finish. Despite coming in on a promise of stability and growth, yesterday proved this Labor government has failed on both counts. Growth cut in half, inflation rising again, unemployment up every year. All the while taxes remained at record highs for no growth in living standards. Labor has promised stability, but brought chaos. The emergency budget was her opportunity to start to get the economy going in the right direction, an especially important task after they snatched the winter fuel payment from 10 million pensioners. But as predicted, Reeves tried to point the finger at everyone other than herself. It's what she's always done, even though she's taken the fastest-growing economy in the G7 to a standstill. First, it was the conservatives for creating a fictitious black hole. Don't miss. Rachel Reeves provokes widespread fury as she delivers Savage Cuts comment. 10 money changes from April after Rachel Reeves' spring statement money. From Donald Trump to the Tories, is anyone else to blame? Rachel Reeves? Latest. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. Then it was the regulators stifling growth. Now it is unique international headwinds which only seem to hit the UK. People are not mugs, and that is not leadership. This is misleading at best. She needs to get real, because shifting the blame is not what this country needs when taxes and living standards are going in opposite directions. Mainly because, for her to clean up the mess she has made, she needs to face up to her unforced errors. Let's not forget the Izala complete own goal. Because her budget in October is the main reason she needed to rip it all up and start again yesterday. She fiddled her own fiscal rules so she could borrow more. And then she caused borrowing costs to hit a 27-year high, costing us upwards £100 billion a year in debt payments. Having said she wouldn't raise taxes, she then hiked a £25 billion jobs tax. Why is she surprised that she has then failed to create any growth at all, having punished those who drive it? And at the same time, Labor introduced an employment bill which, by their own admission, would stifle investment and cost upwards of 50,000 jobs. You can't talk growth into existence if you do everything in your power to crush it. Much like the suffragettes said, we need deeds, not words. Our novice chancellor seems to be learning this lesson the hard way, and working families are paying the price. Prices in the supermarkets are ticking up, jobs are being lost at a rate of knots, and salaries are stagnant. Meanwhile, GDP per person remains below pre-pandemic levels. And while bungling Labor make a meal of the easy decisions, they have fumbled one of the biggest challenges facing the country: welfare. But Labor are so divided on it, they can't seem to grasp the challenge facing us. It would explain the complete amateur hour coming from Downing Street, resulting in the budget being the first in history that unraveled before the Chancellor even made it out of bed in the morning. Labor's welfare savings, first announced to save £5 billion, then turned out to only save £3.4 billion. If they can't get their basic facts straight, What chance does the country have? Above all else, it's a timely reminder that labor always leaves the economy in a worse state than when they found it. The reality is Rachel Reeves is a frivolous, high-tax, high-spend, and high-excuses chancellor. And Britain is paying the price for her mediocrity.